welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. On our program is Rich Marcia, who's the marketing director at CSI. Hello, Rich. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for being on the program.
No problem. Glad to be on here.
So let's start out by talking about your company and what you guys are doing these days.
Well, we've been around since 1972 in the call recording space, really about 15 years. But we've really taken a different approach than many companies. And you know my space is very crowded these days. There's a lot of competitors. But where we really differentiate ourselves is in offering a robust quality monitoring suite, which is similar in nature to the features offered by some of our larger competitors, but we offer it at an incredibly lower cost of ownership. And we have a reputation in the industry with our customers that is second to none. As my CEO likes to say, we get the job done, and that lends itself well to 97.5% customer retention rate.
Oh, it's a pretty significant number there.
Yeah, we talk to our customers a lot. We take what they have to say for real and really incorporate that into our development. I recently went on the road and met with 10 or 15 customers face-to-face because, you know, in today's web age, you don't really get in front of customers as often as you should. And I really talked with the supervisors about what they needed, what problems they were facing, and what would help them. And we were actually in sync with what we're coming out with. And I actually have a product announcement to make. We're going to be releasing next week a speech analytics technology, which is really a breakthrough for the supervisors that I spoke to, for the call center operations personnel. It's going to save them a ton of time in finding the right calls at the right time. We've got some unique features in our speech technology. Basically, auto scoring is the one I'm most proud of. That's where we're able to index all the calls that a customer records and automatically evaluate them. So it's going to save supervisors a tremendous amount of time in conducting those evaluations. We've also got the ability to auto mark or tag calls, if you will, which basically, when supervisors have their call recordings, they're basically going to go in and say, this call is for sales, this call is for customer service,
Right.
and they distribute them to the right groups.
Right.
But with our software, that task is automatically done in real time and is going to save them more time. We're giving them the time back to perform other tasks, to improve training, to enhance some of the other skill sets that might be needed that they previously didn't have time for.
So via the analytics, you're able to make decisions on what happens with those calls, and also be able to find the right calls, or to track what sorts of things are being said on the calls, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So we're talking about a tremendous productivity boost.
Oh, yeah, immense.
Because otherwise, someone's got to listen to every one of these and transcribe these calls, which in large call centers can be a virtually impossible task unless you hire as many people as you have in the call center or more to transcribe.
Correct.
And then after that, you analyze to determine, I guess, the keywords and, like you said, indexing and tagging and things like that, right?
Yep. It indexes phonetically, so it's going to index a lot faster than a dictionary-based speech system. Phonetic-based speech analytics involves grabbing an entire keyword phrase. So, for example, if you were trying to track first call resolution, you might want to use keyword phrases such as, "Is this the first time calling us?" No. And then any match to that will tell you that that call was not solved in the first call. So we've got some tremendous capabilities in there for call center personnel to really step up their quality process.
Are you seeing the need for your products being because or due to regulatory activity from the various different regulatory agencies that vary depending on industry?
In terms of PCI compliance, we're seeing that quite a bit. We were one of the first call recording vendors to enable our system with 256-bit media encryption, which was a big help to companies trying to attain PCI compliance. And as the rules change, and they do quite often, we've added features to keep up with them.
Sure.
And we've got a new feature coming out where agents will be able to actually pause and resume their recording to enable the sensitive data to not be recorded
Oh, that's
on both
interesting.
audio and screen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And besides that, we've got an API out in play now that automatically removes sensitive data from calls that
Sensitive could
did
be a
get
credit card or a social security number
Exactly.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I guess that could also be very useful in potentially outsourced situations where some people have access to that information, but you just make sure it doesn't get out there too widely, right?
Yeah. I mean, it really has a lot of application for catalogers and retail e-commerce type companies. Like one of our customers is Casual Mail in Massachusetts, Harry and David in Oregon. Those are all companies that are looking to improve customer service and use our call recording to leverage those interactions that they've captured in order to improve and train the agents. And with our PCI compliance features, they can protect themselves from PCI compliant rules and liabilities.
Sure. So what's next for the company? Final question.
Next is the release of, we've got a September, we're going to be releasing the web version of our software, where you see many companies in the industry moving from client server to web, and we're doing the same. We've had a lot of demand for that from our customer base and from prospects and our partners, and we respond to that. And our web version is going to be a great savings for IT staff. It's going to reduce their footprint tremendously, and it's going to allow for remote access via a browser from any location. We're also going to incorporate into the web version our VO Live suite of features, which is really unique to the industry. VO Live allows supervisors to view a desktop thumbnail images of all of their agents' activity in one screen. In real time, they can see how they're using the applications. You know, kind of Big Brother-ish. If they can see if they're goofing around, but also it's mostly to help them assist the customers who are calling. So the supervisors can then double-click on an icon and see the agent's screen in real time, and either initiate a chat to assist them,
Sure.
or they can actually take over the screen
Oh, that's awesome.
and get them to where they need to go right away.
That's great.
And
Well,
that's going to be on our web client as well.
that's in the next couple of months. It sounds
Yep.
like. Awesome. Well, thanks for being on the program today. It was a
Hey,
great
no
to meet you.
problem.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
All right, great.